is very, very important, right? So, recruiting master tips. Number one, you got to develop a recruiting consciousness. Write that down. I must develop a recruiting consciousness. What does that mean? I remember hearing Jeff Cruikshank say this, right? Chairman 50. Jeff said, my head is always on a swivel. This is when we used to go out and prospect, right? Jeff is very good at prospecting and recruiting people. My head is always on a swivel, meaning he is conscious about recruiting. Meaning, okay, for example, you want to become better at recruiting, don't turn off the recruiting switch. Does that make sense, guys? If you want to become better at recruiting, be conscious about recruiting all the time. One of the reasons why, watch this, some people say, well, I really want to trade and build a team of traders, but you could still trade, but have a recruiting consciousness, right? I'm looking at Gene. JC just signed up in the business. He is trading every day, but that brother, if you stand up too long, he's going to put you in the business. You got to get signed up. If he's going to trade in front of you, you need to sign up in the business ASAP. So develop a recruiting consciousness. I am conscious about recruiting. If you're always on, you never have to try to get on. You're with me on that? Developing a recruiting consciousness. You don't turn off the recruiting switch. I promise you, you are better off recruiting more people than not recruiting anyone. Number two, a clear vision attracts. Now, this is some advice I want to give you. You want to constantly promote a bigger vision. Don't just promote your small vision. Your vision must be a subset or a vision that complements the vision of the company. I always talk about 1,000 chairmen. I always talk about, right now, David Amaniti is speaking 100 chairmen in 90 days. That's all he's speaking right now. Guess what? I'm talking about that. And I have a goal. I'm going to speak that goal and share that goal with everyone for the organization at the end. But I have a vision that allows me to attract people. If your vision is small, you're going to attract small leaders or small thinkers. You got to have a vision, and the vision must be clear. And don't be afraid to speak about a vision that scares you. Don't be afraid to talk about it. The more you speak about it, the more it is going to come to pass. So you got to have a clear vision. Once you have a clear vision, clarity of vision allows you to accelerate towards the goal. Number three, right? Self-confidence. Confidence recruits. I'm telling you all right now, that is the number one recruiting tool. You want to recruit leaders, they gotta feel from you that when they join you, they're going to have the support necessary to have success. They gotta feel that confidence from you. You gotta work on your self-confidence. You want to become better at recruiting? You gotta work on your self-confidence. Self-confidence, not just to recruit them in the business, but self-confidence that you can help them win, especially if they have the capabilities to get the job done. Number four, right? Edification attracts. This is also big, right? Edification attracts. Now, there's levels to this. Let's just take, for example, you're a P1 and you are just recruiting. You're recruiting low-hanging fruit. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean by low-hanging fruit? These are people who, you know, they're just open to making money. So that's low-hanging fruit. But if I see a leader that never edifies who they're working with, I know that they're only recruiting low-hanging fruit. Every time you're about to recruit a big leader, you gotta be great at edifying who you're working with. You gotta be great at that. The leader I just recruited from Thailand, as soon as I heard how many people he built in his previous organization, I said, one time I said, hey, listen, I'm working with David Amuniti. He is the highest paid African American in the industry of network marketing. Oh yeah, I know about David Amuniti. So as soon as I heard the level of success the gentleman had, I am stepping out of the way and I'm edifying my leader, because that gentleman who is the main leader for Thailand, Guys, he has had way bigger success than me. He has built an organization much bigger than I have built an organization. So guess what I do? I get out of the way. I step aside and I edify my mentor with purity, with transparency, with full understanding that he can assist me in recruiting that gentleman. By the way, he was so successful, I didn't just stop at David, I introduced him to Christopher Terry. I literally said, Mr. Terry, this is a gentleman in Thailand, I want to introduce you to this gentleman. He did X and X amount of people in his organization before. I believe this gentleman has what it takes. Guess what I'm doing again? Edifying. So I am now leveraging the people that are at a higher energy level of success, results. I'm leveraging those people to recruit leaders into my business. Some of you are not doing a great job at edifying. You edify the products and the services, you edify leadership, you edify the system, and you are not the system. You'll have a very small business if it's all centered around you. Develop that right now from P1000. Right? Number 5. This is key. I remember having a conversation with Delbert Paris. Delbert and Sherez Paris. They're on the call. I said, hey, you got to design the team that you want. Don't just take anybody who you get. No, design the team. Hearing Bob say that, Bob said, listen, I designed the team that I want. I wrote down, I described the leaders that I wanted in my business. You can do it too. Write down exactly who you are looking for. I developed a confession recently. I said, I'm so happy and grateful now that new successful leaders are joining my business. That was the initial stage. And I said, you know what, Gary, you need to get more clear. You need to get more direct, okay? I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm recruiting leaders of mega influence, and they're bringing in tens of thousands of people into my organization. How many of you have a confession like that? Can't you not confess, I'm so happy and grateful now that I have leaders of influence joining my business every single day, and they are recruiting 30 solid customers in 1 month. You can say that as a P1. You keep speaking it over and over and over, 7 to 10 personal P1000s. Guess what? You're chairman 10, right? Marvin Sambo just messaged me, said, Gary, in 90 days, chairman 10 is done. I said, of course, it's easy. I said, 7 to 10 personal P1000s. Confess it every day. Marvin is doing a great job at trading, but guess what? You need leaders to take you to the next level. You can be the best trader in the world. Traders are not going to help you grow the business, guys. Traders are going to help you sustain the business, but not help you grow the business. It's a difference, right? So you need leaders. So you got to have a confession. Design your business. Be intentional. Say exactly what you want. Let's go to number 6. Okay, there we go. Number 6. This is key, guys. Prospecting 20 new people a day. Natural conversations. Every single day, you want to prospect 20 new people. As you speak your confession, I told you about the confession, designing your team. Okay, so you're speaking it. But then now every day you got to do some work. Some of you are not prospecting enough people per day. So you're wondering, why am I not recruiting more people? It's because you're not talking to enough people. It's simple. This is a numbers game, guys. You talk to a lot of people, you make a lot of money. You talk to a little bit of people, you make a little bit of money. If you're using social media, I'm telling you right now as a leader, if you are only talking to 5 of the same people every day, you are not going to recruit anybody. You're doing it too slow. I'm telling you, you got to make up in your mind every day, I need to prospect 20 new people. Now, does prospecting necessarily mean that all 20 people per day are going to be moving through the peak and interest process all in one day? No, but you are talking to 20 new people a day. Watch this. Some of you want to hear. I'll tell you right now. I have been talking to new people every day for years. Years. Matter of fact, I had a goal, 5 new people a day. This is when we used to go out and meet people. Right? 5 people a day. 5 people a day. 5. I've been doing that for years. I never run out of people to talk to. Watch this. I remember when my Facebook, I only had like 1,000 friends on Facebook. Less than 1,000, 800. I could clearly remember when I had 800 friends on Facebook. Do you know what I did? This is when I wasn't even into network marketing as yet. I think I just started. Every day I started to go and like 10 new people, follow 10 new people on Facebook. Just like that. Just follow, friend request, friend. I went and friend request 10 people a day till it got to 5,000. Then I deleted it. I deleted people who never interacted with me. And then when I started having results, people started following me. I'm just telling you all what I did. So you could go reach out and meet people every day. But you gotta, once you have the recruiting consciousness, you know I must contact and I must speak to at least 20 new people a day. Let me know in the chat if you are willing to do that frequency of work. Put it in the chat for me. Because this is the work here, guys, right? We can talk, we fired up, excited, all of that. But if you are not going to be at that frequency, you are playing around. 20 new people a day. You contact 20 people a day, and this is without ads. Because I know a lot of you run ads. Hey, I'm not against the ads. I'm not against social media marketing. But remember, it's two types of people you're looking for. You're looking for customers and you're looking for leaders. With the leaders, you gotta be intentional. Like I'm not trying to recruit everybody, especially at my stage right now. I just made a decision. I'm like, hold on. Look, I'm gonna recruit these customers. You sound close to me, I'm gonna put you in the business. But to be honest with you, my time right now, I am at the place where I have to recruit people that are going to bring in thousands of people. You hear what I'm saying? That's my frequency right now. I'm looking for those people. One man will bring me 1,000 in 90 days. It's gonna be normal, right? 20 a day, every day. That's, guys, that 20 a day times 5 days a week. Let's just say you don't do it on weekends. How much is that? That's 100 new people. That's 400 people that you are exposing to your business a month. You're telling me you cannot recruit 40 people in a month? If you want to? Does that make sense? But guess what? Guess what you do? All right, Mr. McSween, I had 20 confirmed. No, I have 5 confirmed. They tell me they're going to get started at the end of the month. And you write that down and you're banking on it. No, my friends, I don't do that. Let's go to the next point. I'll tell you what I do. The trick of the trade. Let me tell you what I do. I think it's the next point. Not that one. Go to the next one. Where was it? Did I miss it? Is there another one? There you go. Number 9. I want to talk about it now. Sowing seeds for a harvest. Remember this. When you're prospecting, not all the seeds that you plant are going to produce the harvest in the same time. All of them are going to produce harvests at different times. Sometimes, I prospected people 2 years ago that just joined the business. But I didn't wait on them. Does that make sense? I kept just putting people into what I call a funnel, a system. Do we have the whiteboard thing here? Where's the whiteboard at? Kevin probably went downstairs or whatever. Right? Let me know if that's ready. I just keep putting people into my what I call the friendship bank. When he comes back, when he comes back, right? What we call a friendship bank, meaning if I'm prospecting 20 people a day, this is now a part of my bank of contacts that I am going to talk to, that I'm going to follow up on, right? When it comes to recruiting, you gotta be extremely good at following up. Your follow-up game has to be strong. Guys, my follow-up game is insane. I'm telling you right now, my follow-up game is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It is insane. My follow-up game is so sweet, you're going to have to fall for it at some time. You're going to have to sign up. I will wear you down. If I want you in my business, I will wear you down. You're going to have to sign up. So guess what? Your follow-up game has to be strong. You got to develop systems where you could actually follow up. Set times to do follow-up. You have to set time to follow up. If you're not setting the time, guess what? Somebody else is going to recruit your people. If you don't recruit them, somebody else will recruit them for you. Right? You snooze, you lose. I'm sure many of you have experienced that before. Right? Follow-up is necessary. Don't go and plant all the seeds and then walk away from the field. No sense. Right? Become a phenomenal presenter that can transfer vision and energy. This also recruits. The people who have a very high energy level, the people who can transfer their excitement to others, they recruit. One of the reasons why JC is recruiting so much is because I guarantee you, you hear him do a presentation, oh my goodness, you're going to sign up. People are literally taking money out of their pocket and signing up. Because why? Energy, excitement, enthusiasm, right? So these 9 steps are extremely important. Is there another one? Number 10. Of course, you want to leverage your social media platforms to the fullest. I use Instagram to recruit. I use Facebook to recruit. I use, those are the 2 main ones I use. I ain't too good in TikTok yet, but I will learn, right? And yeah, those 2 are my main things. I know some people use TikTok. I know people who use LinkedIn. People use Snapchat, right? Guess what? Leverage every platform to the fullest to get the job done. Right? So that's number 10. Now, by the way, let me give you a tip. Y'all ready for this one? How often, you don't have to do it. And I'm not telling you to do it, but you must do it naturally. It should not be forced. I'm going to tell y'all right now. I edify David Amanite on my social media. Guess why? All the time. Guess why? Because, do you know, David Amanite and I are one and the same from the standpoint that, and he told me the other day, he said, no, you're good on your own, right? But he said, I told him, I said, listen, bro, do you know people, if they can't get onto you, you know they come to me? Why? Because we're one and the same. It's almost like when they see him, they see me. So, if they can't get onto him, they're going to come to me. That is one of the benefits of being humble and being great at edifying your leadership. Use your social media like that. If you're not, look, this is a kind of touchy thing because people might say, well, Gary, why we had to talk about, you on this? No, I don't want you to do it. I want you to do it naturally. But if you do it, it's a smart way of leveraging the influence of somebody else so that you can also get the type of results and recruit those types of people into your business.